Wait, you said obviously it's insanity because we're spending $90 billion a year on the prison system and warehousing human beings alone, and the crime rate is going up and up and up. The drug it's out of control. This heroin is so out of control. You said if you were a government official and you couldn't reduce the prison population in a year, you would shoot yourself in the street.
If I could reduce it by 15% with $90 billion, I would shoot myself on public TV. If they gave me $90 billion like they gave the DEA, and if I couldn't reduce the prison population for the whole entire country by 15%, I would in 1 year I would kill myself on Channel 6 News.
Live? And you said the sad thing is that the police and the government, they do have the ability to easily help this situation, and why aren't they doing it? Because they feel like they have to do what the people before them did?
They have to admit that what they're doing is wrong, and what the people did before them is wrong. That's really hard. I mean, that's hard for any human being in the world. You can take a woman that is a smart, beautiful woman, and she can get in a relationship with an alcoholic abuser, and he can beat her and beat her and beat her, and she will never go get help. You know why? This change is hard. It's hard for everybody. The number one human nature is to keep things the same. It's proven time and time again. You know why people stay in abusive relationships? Because they can't stand the thought of change. All of them would have to stand up and say, what we've been doing together is wrong. All these Democrats, all these Republicans, all these liberals, all these right-wingers, what we've been doing with the prison system is wrong. We need to start over from scratch. And we also need to run out about 40,000 people that are non-violent drug offenders. But they need some kind of stability to help them get back on their feet after doing 10 or 12 years in prison for something that should never have been illegal to begin with. What I'm saying is when Ronald Reagan started the war on drugs and they got harder on crime, they lost. It didn't work. It's time to try something different. Just say no, it didn't work. The war on drugs, they lost.
No, I just told the judges the more laws they make, the more, I mean, nobody's paying attention to law. People are self-governed. Very, very rarely do people not speed. Do people not do speed? The laws against heroin is not stopping anyone from doing heroin or selling heroin or pills or crack or... I mean, why is that? What's the solution?
You know what works?
What works?
You know what works?
Freedom? Giving people the choice?
Portugal said that they could not handle the crime rate anymore. The country was going to fold. That they couldn't handle the prison systems. They couldn't handle anything. They were going to decriminalize all drugs in a couple of years and see if it worked. You know what happened? It worked. Over the course of 15 years, they had 20% less drug addicts. And drugs are completely legal.
Thank you.
They have 20% less drug addicts. They don't have tourists for drugs, and the crime rate for violent crime has dropped to almost zero. Less than 1%. Over 15 years.
Thank you. But what about the poverty in that country? Do you have any idea what the poverty rates are? I know the crime rate's low, but what?
I mean, it's probably better than America.
I gotta look on that because I've been researching that.
But it doesn't matter what the poverty rate is. Look at the poverty rate of America.
I know. I'm just trying to learn from history, but like, so if we decriminalized everything.
Look at Amsterdam. You can guarantee this. Holland's poverty rate is less than ours. With the euro, you can guarantee it's less than ours. And it works in Amsterdam. They have less HIV, or less hepatitis C. They have almost zero crime.
Nice.
And they have less addicts. You know why? Because the things for the addicts are available. The children don't want to do it because they see what the drugs do to the people ahead of them. And the addicts die off. They die off. Look at the people. If they can't quit, they die.
Yeah, right now.
It's going to be the drain on American society.
Huh?
What's that?
America's paying to take care of a lot of addicts in prison and all that. You're right. I mean, the taxpayers are housing addicts, and it could. So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
And the drugs are so cheap. They don't have to steal and kill to get them.
Right.
They can get them. In Portugal, they just give them to them if they can't get them. You know what happens? They either find a program or they die. And if they get arrested, because there is amounts that you can be arrested with in Portugal, they don't even go to a regular criminal court. They automatically go to a drug program, and in 60 days they're released. If they do that several times and they can't quit, you know what happens to them? They die. But they're not a drain. And they're not out killing people to get it.